Hi guys, Horse Trader here. In this episode, we're going to build on our previous episode, and we're going to create a function that can take in a list of runners and return the best form rated runner alongside the market ID. This will form much more of a larger strategy where we use this to search through all the current markets, find the best runners in each, and then place bets on them. So first we'll go define form race. We want to put a market ID in. And we want list of runners. I'm just saying the market ID for now so we can map our best form runner back to that market ID. I'm just going to explicitly cast all of these numbers because I don't want anything to get the wrong type. Form rating averaged. Where are we going to start? So we're going to need, when we're calculating the averages and then the form rating for each runner, we can either store it in something or we can just do a simple, if it's less than the previous rating, then overwrite the value. And I think that's what we're going to do in this case. Just keep it simple. So we'll go for runner in list of runners. So this runner here is going to represent this entry here. So we'll go dev, we'll go runner form is equal to runner metadata form runner form list. Again, we want to break that string up into a character list. So we have that now. So now we want to apply this section. So for form entry in runner form list, we'll call it this time. We'll go if form entry is not equal to x, form index is equal to float form index plus float 1. Oh, I forgot another character. Another case in our conditional statement. I forgot to implement the case of 0, so we'll do that down here. So if it's not a spell, then we want to increment our n. Okay. If form entry is equal to 0, we want to add 10 instead to our form rating. Form rating is equal to float form rating plus float of 10. Else. So this is where that character representing a form entry is not x and not 0. So this should be the only other valid thing, which is a integer. So we want to add form rating is equal to float of form rating plus float form entry. And now we want to calculate the actual form. Form rating is float form rating float form index. And now we want the memory component. So this is where we're going to actually discriminate and decide which runner is the best. So if form rating is less than form rating averaged, then we want to say form rating averaged is equal to form rating. And then we want our best runner is equal to runner selection ID and we're going to want to reset our values here to 0 for the next runner since we have our declarations out here. We could have just put these in here, but just so you guys might be able to understand it a bit, I'll leave it outside. Oh, sorry, I'll leave the top part outside, leave these inside. And then we need our infamous returns, return market ID, which is just a straight input anyway, and best runner. Okay, just quickly check this. If not equal to x, increment. So if any of this is done, it will increment anyway, which is what we want. If any summation occurs, we want it to increment n. If form entry is equal to 0, add it as 10 instead. Else, if it's not 0 or x, just add it to the value. Form rating summation over number of samples. So here's the discrimination part. Since we have it set to 100, that's just for the initial value. So on the first runner it calculates it for, it'll say, is this form less than 100? Yes. So then set form rating averaged to that first run is 1, which is going to be that in that loop iteration, and then assign best runner equal to that corresponding selection ID. Then when we come through the second time, our form rating averaged is going to be that last runner's form rating. So we're going to calculate the new one for our new runner, and if it's less than the previous runner's average, then override the value. So this way it will only be overwritten if the next horse has a better form, which is what we want. So let's have a run of this and see if it works. Excuse the terrible variable conventions I'm following. Form race. Market ID will be and then we want the list of runners, which will be here. Oh, no errors. There we have it. We have our market ID, and then we have the best runner in that race. In the next video, we're going to look more into the runner book. So based on our best runner selection, we can have a look at the back and lay markets available. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.